Quite an interesting day for the equity markets. Given the kind of global news flow that you were tracking, the kind of spike that you're seeing in the COVID cases as well across the country, or for that matter, even the state election verdict, one would have thought this is going to be a down day for equity markets. A down day it sure was, but only to start off trade. You had a gap down. We fell below the 14,500 level, but that soon after got bought into, and net result, we've managed to cover all of our morning losses, and we closed in the green, just nudging that mark actually around the 14,700 levels. Couldn't quite sustain 14,700, although we recovered well above that as well within the dying minutes of trade, but just about within kissing distance of that level is how we shut shop for the day. There is not one sector which actually led to the recovery. It was a series of individual stocks. So for instance, SBI Life, which came out with its earnings within the dying minutes of trade, that shot up about 5.6%. You had a Bharti, which has been in consolidation mode for a while. That shot up about 4.5%. 563 is where that stock was nudging. Metals is sectorally continues to be a favored theme. I was no different today as well, about a 3.5% move coming in Tata Steel futures, and SAIL was clearly the darling of the street within metals. That held out by 6.5% and was the same kind of traction coming in for a NALCO as well. That said, Tata Consumer, which reports its numbers later this week, that also was a winner. You had a Bajaj Finance as well. Excellent move in the stock price after its numbers. That held out. And Maruti reacted to its monthly auto sales data. That also showed some amount of resilience as compared to the other auto majors. That looked good in trade. On the flip side, Reliance, after a muted quarter that they posted in the fourth quarter, that continues to be a pressure point. Saw a gap down start that got covered into. We saw about a 1.5% recovery from the lows of the day, and that again got sold into. Net result, we shut shop about 2% low on Reliance Industries. Titan, of course, was a big drag. That was down about 4.5%. And some of the private banking majors, after a great run earlier last week, they are the ones which saw some weakness coming in. So Kotak Bank, which reported its numbers today during market hours, and IndusInd Bank and Axis were some of the other laggards. From within the broader market, the breadth as well managed to recover quite smartly. About almost 98 F&O stocks went home with gains for themselves. You had a BHEL which spurt up about almost 13%. Adani Enterprises looked good, an 8.7% move on the stock price. Marico reacted very smartly to its numbers, about an 8.5% surge there as well. And ICICI Pru too, which held out by about 6%. On the flip side, AU Small Finance Bank, Sun TV, Godrej Properties, Amara Raja Batteries. Net result, you can't really drop any singular trend when it comes to any big drag on the market or any sectoral move per se, which was weighing heavy on the indexes today.